3 powerful habits ng mga mayayaman. Bakit sila successful? Do you ever wonder kung bakit hindi tayo maasenso? No matter how hard we work, na even though we follow ang yaman tips at rules of money ni Dan Lok, Brian Tracy, Tony Robbins, at author ng best-selling financial education book Rich Dad Poor Dad na si Robert Kiyosaki, hindi pa rin tayo nakakaahon sa current financial situation natin. It's because aside sa knowledge and high income skills that we get sa mga books na ito, kailangan din natin mag-develop the habits of rich people if we really want to become wealthy. Aside sa pag-learn natin on how to build a high income skill, kailangan natin ng habits at perseverance para i-implement ito ng tama. When we talk about the secrets of self-made millionaires, kailangan muna natin i-understand na ang pagiging mayaman is not an act, it's a habit. Maybe meron tayong poor people habits that are holding us back. In our video today, ipapakita namin sa iyo kung ano ang itsura ng rich people habits. But before that, don't forget to like, subscribe at mag-comment kung ano ang habit na nakikita sa sarili ninyo that you think will help you become successful. Now let's get started with showing you the 3 best habits of rich people. Number 1. Rich people count their money. Rich people are always very aware kung saan papunta ang kanilang pera. Every single day, they pay attention sa kanilang cash flow expenses, revenue, at bank balance. If meron tayong mga iba't ibang assets kagaya ng investments or companies, dapat din natin tingnan ang numbers associated dito every week. Don't forget na i-review ang iyong cash flow. Pero what is cash flow? Well, basically, it's when makakasagot tayo sa tanong na, saan pumupunta pera ko? At least every week, go over ang inyong expenses and how much money ang pumupunta sa housing, transportation, utilities, utang at savings. Essentially, make a budget. Pagkatapos, tingnan mo kung magkano ang ini-expect mong pera every month from your income, investments, and other sources. If mas mahigit pa ang expenses natin kesa sa income, then you have a negative cash flow. And if may pera pa kayo after i-subtract ang mga payments, then may positive cash flow ka. One way para i-increase ang ating cash flow is to build up ang assets natin and generate a side or passive income. Halimbawa nito ay sa mga stocks at investments. In the words of visionary businessman Robert Kiyosaki, it's not how much you make, but how much money you keep, how hard it works for you, and how many generations you keep it for. So do your best para mag-retain ng positive cash flow and frequently monitor ang expenses ninyo. Rich people do this dahil whatever gets measured gets improved. Tandaan nyo yan. Number 2. Rich people pay themselves first. Ang most common habit ng mga mayayaman is that they pay themselves first. Anong ibig sabihin nito? Paying yourself doesn't mean na bibili ka ng car, book a vacation, or mag-shopping spree. That's not paying yourself. When you buy a car, binabayaran nyo ang automotive company. When mag-go on a shopping spree tayo, you're paying the stores. Paying yourself means investing your money. Kung nabasa nyo ang Richest Man in Babylon by George E. Clason, dapat alam nyo na dapat kayo mag-save ng 10% ng income nyo to invest. Tandaan nyo though, everything is more expensive now, dulot ng inflation, lalo na sa bansa natin. At the very minimum, 10% is barely enough. Pero as our income increases, dapat din i-increase natin ang percentage. Ang sa percentage na yan, mag-decide tayo if i-invest ba natin or ilagay natin sa ating retirement. Kahit hindi malaki ang income natin ngayon, dapat nating i-cultivate ang habit. People think millionaires were always rich, but most of the time, hindi yan ang case. Some begin with very little. Ang iba kagaya ni Henry C. started from the bottom. Pero ang common factor nilang dalawa is that they built their wealth over time. Another key to consistently pay yourself ay ang pag-earn more than you spend. Here at our channel, ini-emphasize namin palagi to live within your means. Habang tayo ay nagsastruggle, iwas muna tayo sa mga bagay that do not contribute sa main financial goal na naset na natin for ourselves. We shouldn't make a habit of buying branded clothes, high-end gadgets, or mga magagarang sasakyan o bahay. Instead, we should focus on investing in ourselves and investing our money. Here are some numbers to think about. Back in 2015, ang yearly average median ayon sa Philippine Statistics Authority ay 267,000 pesos o an average salary of 22,000 per month. Ang yearly expenditure ay nakalata at 215,000 pesos, so after everything, at the end of the year, 52,000 ang matitira nilang disposable income. Meanwhile, in 2020, last year lang, ang annual median income ay estimated to be at 540,000 pesos o an average salary of 45,000 pesos per month. But ang estimated yearly expenditure ay nakalata sa 500,000 pesos, leaving us with only a 40,000 pesos annual net income. Dulot kasi ito ng unfair na inflation sa bansa natin. And it's one of the main reasons why dapat natin mag-invest sa sarili instead sa mga bagay. As you start earning more money, pwede natin i-increase ang 10% to 20, then 30, then eventually 40% sa ating income. Eventually, we'll reach a point na we're only spending a small percentage sa earnings natin. That's what you call paying yourself. Number 3, wealthy people are constantly improving their earning capacity. One of the most important habit ng mga mayayaman is that they're always looking for ways to improve ang earning ability. Kadalasang tinatanong ng mga poor people ay, I want to pay myself first, pero konti lang ang sweldo ko. Sapat lang ang pera ko to pay my bills, and that's it. How can I pay myself first? We first need to understand na dapat natin i-cultivate ang habit of paying yourself first, kahit maliit na percentage. If hindi natin mai-develop ang habit na ito, it won't matter if 50,000 or 500,000 pesos ang sweldo natin. We guarantee you won't still be able to pay yourself even then. In order to pay ourselves more, kailangan natin mag-add ng value sa marketplace. And the best way para mag-add tayo ng value sa marketplace ay sa pamamagitan ng pag-develop ng ating high-income skills. Having a high-income skill can earn us up to 100,000 pataas kada buwan. Halimbawa, mga skills kagaya ng sales, copywriting, digital marketing, platform speaking, or investing can be learned in a matter of weeks. Ma-apply natin ang mga high-income skills na ito in multiple industries kahit full-time tayo, or if mag-start tayo ng sariling company. In this economy now, you can use your skills para mag-freelance, para maka-earn ng side income to help supplement your full-time job. When focused tayo sa pag-increase ng ating earning ability, this will also keep us ahead of inflation. The key to increasing your earning potential is to increase ang value you bring to the marketplace by developing skills that will earn you a higher income. Also, another good way to increase your potential earning is through ang paggamit ng leverage. Ano ang leverage? It's a business strategy kung saan manghihiram tayo ng pera, parang business loan, to make more money. Ang key difference dito ay ang poor people use leverage para bayaran ang kanilang utang, but rich people use leverage to expand their business. Following the habits ng mga mayayaman is one way to deal with a financial struggle na nararanasan natin. Doing these things will involve hard work and perseverance, which means na kailangan talaga natin i-change ang routine for several days and get uncomfortable to a new way of doing things. Now alam nyo na ang 3 best habits of rich people. You can start developing the habits of the wealthy and the successful people. We'd like to leave you with a quote. You do not decide your future. You decide your habits. And your habits decide your future. Thanks for watching and God bless.